2 years ago, the Horizon MC invited me to defeat 1,000 players with 10 others. And 5 months ago, I delivered a lukewarm video that I am unhappy with. So I'm fixing that, and you better watch, because this time I'm actually doing it right, and I'm gonna make something I'm happy of. Because this event has way more than I showed in the original video. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you that I was here for some amazing reason. In fact, it was just a recommendation from Ken. He just kind of said, hey, this guy's kind of cool, let's invite him. I had no expectation of being here. I am though. So now what do I do? What I do is I go to the ancient city and loot as much as I can. And in fact, it was a pretty good adventure. Then I went to Village B, the unloved third child of the villages. There was only 2 villages, but it was unloved still. It was unloved as if it was a third child. That's what I'm saying. But this was the first day. It was pretty important to get like a good start. So Village B was my home for now, even if it was unloved by the people who were currently residing in it. I'm pretty sure in the end we actually like spent most of our TNT in Village B, even though Village A was much more expansive and big. We just really didn't like Village B. But for the time being, I did care for it a little bit. I gave it a little enchanting room and forgot about it for the rest of the time. Yeah, until I blew it up. That was the last time I saw it, pretty much. Recording 2, as displayed in my files, highlights my pilgrimage to Village A, the one that is actually important, the village where everything is. It has an iron farm, villagers, a scuffed tree farm, storage, most of the players, and most importantly, Rost. They're a mod, they're just kind of cool.
Oh, hello.
Oh, also Horizon was there, I guess. The first hour of me being here was actually just me shoveling the entire ground to try and force the iron golem farm to work. It was extremely scuffed and would be better if I just made my own, but I was stubborn and I wanted to see if it would work. In fact, this is what it looked like, and it really didn't give any iron whatsoever. Now, iron wasn't something we needed tons of, but it would be very helpful to have a large supply of. Later on, I do end up making one that's better, but this one was the one we used for a good portion of the time. I think it's gonna stay aggroed, right? Yep. Seemed to still being aggro.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think I placed any blocks.
There was cobblestone and half of the village house was out of
Oh yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, no, I was in a mission to kill an iron golem, and I would have cleaned it up, but I got murdered.
After finishing the new iron farm, that wasn't that long, I decided to organize all the chests for recording 3. There was nothing interesting here. It was just us recording and then talking about random things. The new way to call a person is call them homophobic. No, call
their enemies homophobic.
Yeah, call their enemies homophobic. And here's where I hatched my plan to encase the portal room from the stronghold in nature blocks and hide the end portal. An idea that RecRap 2 will shamelessly steal in 1 year. In all seriousness, I'm joking. But the plan was simple. Once everyone was clear out of the end at the end of the event, I would start to fill up this room, and I slowly destroyed the walls over time. At the end of this recording, I already started blocking in the entrance so people couldn't find it naturally in the stronghold room, but my goal was to completely cover it. My next objective was to make a mini village reader where the old iron farm was. What is that? Sorry, I didn't notice this until now. What even is that? I have nothing wrong with it. It's just, I just don't know what it is. Okay, anyway, nothing really happened for part 4. It was pretty much just a wash, and nothing of note actually happened. Oh yeah, I guess one of Minecraft's best players almost died to a zombie villager. Oops, my bad. Day 5 is the day I decided to max out my gear, as well as fix the Enderman grinder. I then went to the Nether for a brief run of bastion busting to get me enough netherite for all my armor set, and eventually got more than plenty to fully armor myself, which would let people assume that I was at the least risk of dying. No, I died to a piglin brute. It's gonna be fun to recollect that stuff. It's time for part 6, and thanks to a very kind someone, I had all my stuff back by the next day. And to this day, I still do not know who triggered the raid. I just saw the raid bar fill up and got so confused. May I ask why there is a raid?
Where?
At the Village A.
Why is there a raid? Oh, okay, I'm heading there right now.
Why is there a raid? I'm on my way.
I did not kill any
I am flying the wrong direction.
villagers.
I'm just using the nether. It's faster.
Luckily, we had defeated the raid extremely quickly without a hutch. And in good timing, because this was going to begin the start of Chapter 2. Part 6 was summed up pretty easily to the fact that it was just us excavating with the TNT bombers, I guess you call them? I don't really know the name. It was nothing crazy. This was the only really eventful thing. We looted bastions and did another raid, but that's about it. I do have this fun audio from it, so I guess enjoy.
Sit in the minecart, you might die though.
Honestly, that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Oh my god, that did so much health.
You absolute dunderhead.
Dunderhead, I agree.
Alright, I'm sitting.
You might want to hold several totems.
I am holding several. Never mind.
Alright guys, say bye-bye.
to the island.
And off it went. This was the beginning of construction and the next, and probably the most boring experience of my life. No, I'm kidding. I've had much more boring. But this is when the event switched from fun and playful to boring and monotonous, as well as nothing really interesting happening past this point, so I'll do my best, but there's not much to really report. This is part 8. Part 8 was more of the same. Sorry for all the time lapses. I'll continue more. So in part 9, we figured out that Horizon doesn't like unions because whenever we get together to work on a project, for some reason he just decides it's time for us to die. So he summoned a warden for us in the middle of Duplicity, our base, and it went about as well as you can imagine.
What is it looking at?
Oh, actual! It's a warden! It's
Oh my god.
For Horizon, you were hesitant to set the weather to clear, yet you summon a warden.
It can't affect your gameplay.
Can someone put water down there? Wait.
And everyone did not
Bring a
want me to
totem.
build.
And then water proceeds to hit the first of its kind crouch clutch, setting history for the Minecraft community and carrying this event on his shoulders. No other action in the entire event stood up to this great height, and then we all lived happily ever after. And everyone clapped. The end. Thank you, Reddit. Oh, thanks, Mambo. I can say part 10 was, productive. It was not interesting, but it was productive. I built some of the wall, and I, in fact, started filling in the stronghold portal room. So that was doing good, but that's about it for part 10. And for part 11, I basically just filled in the stronghold, because that was my major project for the day. As well as Ken's big plan to trick the general public began to go in motion. If you're curious about the fallout of that, here's the following dialogues. Okay.
Okay, they are very, very defensive. I think this person is more frustrated than I am. Not exactly. I'm not the one who leaked it. It's your video with your name on it. I'm just the guy who still has it. As far as I'm concerned, you're the only person who could have possibly gotten it leaked. The video should have been privated to begin with. If you don't trust us, I can prove
I
it.
feel like I'm listening to Ben Shapiro.
Think, if we leak the video, it will end up costing you and your team $500. $30 in hush money would only reduce your sum to $470. And without the video, our team will likely have no clue on what the plan is.
So he's encouraging pay to win.
Yeah. Bro,
On the Horizon event.
wait. He's literally encouraging pay to win. Okay. Oh my gosh, these people are so twisted. We do not care if the event is ruined, and I don't care if your twisted definition of pay to win applies to us. You're the one making the decision, no one else. Your choice here will affect other people. This is kind of...
I feel like you shouldn't give money to him.
of course I'm not gonna give him
I'm not gonna,
money.
that was not even a chance.
That was out of the question.
No,
Alright, I'm just gonna say no deal.
We don't care about it that much.
That's it, no deal. Deal with it. Got it. Oh, they just responded with got it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And now it's gonna be leaked. Yeah, everyone's gonna see it.
So I won't go into much detail in this video, but that was the entire plan of Misdirection. Make a fake video about our plans and get the entire Discord to think that was our actual plan. Quite obviously, you can see by the base we've already built, it wasn't our plan. It was similar, so the person looking out couldn't see the difference, but from our internals, you can already see that it's vastly different from what we had planned. Oh right, and more building for me. Part 12 was more of the same old, with me building the base and getting materials. Well, it would have been. I did omit the little teeny tiny itty bitty part of the main base designer of dying. So sorry, Ken.
I believe I got Canadian on the history bandwagon. Let's fucking go.
So, we may be in a circumstance that is not great.
Ken, how did you blow up by a creeper?
So, okay, well, I blame the cheap armor you gave me.
I gave you prot 4
there were like a
netherite.
billion totems at the village. You have no excuse.
I gave you
I don't hold
27 totems.
Well, you should. You should hold totems.
Ken,
Okay.
you are the problem here. I'm unfortunately I have to tell you this. I don't like making you bear the weight of Ken.
Okay, so this might actually be a serious problem because I have no idea where I died.
Ken!
And oh my god.
I do a little bit of trolling.
Ben, don't worry, I got you. Where
I do a little bit of losing all our books and all our feathers and all
Ken!
did you die near the base? Or the prison?
No, I traveled, okay, so I traveled east, west. I traveled west looking for chickens to kill.
Manifest Destiny. Alright, go on.
Okay, good.
It's in a meadow, I think. Pretty sure it's a meadow.
Is it in
You'll
like
see, you'll see some kind of ravine by it.
And to shorten this from being an hour long, it was actually 20 minutes, and luckily, Ken's stuff was unloaded for most of the time. He still did find it in the end, which I think is kind of cool. Anyway, this is about all I have to show about it.
Kind of confirms this isn't the place.
There's no creeper hole near it. Oh,
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
I've never heard you so happy before. God damn.
Oh my gosh! Oh!
What?
The best
Also
Your mic is
celebrating.
cutting out.
Minecraft player ever! Alright.
What happened?
No way! Oh!
And here I am in part 13, putting on the final touches for Duplicity. Wait, what? You may be asking, final touches? What do you mean? This is part 13. I saw the screenshot. There's 24 parts. Well, I lied to you. Okay, I did a little bit of fibbing. This is the actual files. This is just end of week 1 because there was a ton of technical issues with the actual event, and it needed another week to be fixed. Week 2 was a lot of us just recouping what was lost of the last day, because the last backup was from the day prior, because these take insanely long to back up because of how big the world is. But if you were at the event, you might remember that the event did have something in it. This is amazing. I'm gonna pick another game to fill up like crazy.
Do you want Fist and Master fix it all at like 2:01 p.m. my time, and like, which is like a minute after I said.
If you have not realized yet, this is Mega Skywars, a game that doesn't queue ever. And if it does, it's usually because of some big YouTuber. And we had queued several games of it at once. Just because this event wasn't working right, we got everyone on Hypixel. Yes, we rule Hypixel.
They instantly ban us all.
This is amazing. I'm gonna pick another game after this. I'm gonna pick Ooh, wait, how many people can I fit on my like housing island? Great question, Past Watto. Let's find out. All right. So I'm gonna try something. I set my house to have, I think, unlimited players, which, oh, by Hypixel's definition, we should be able to have everyone. So do /visit and then my name, which is Watto1876. Hi everybody. So Hypixel's, I'm surprised. What did that even say? Oh, it's re-instancing. 250 people can join my world. I want Hypixel to cry. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not YouTube rank or MVP++, so I can't have that many people on my island. I mean, you can't fit like tons of people in there. It's only like 24, so it would open like 80 lobbies. And since my ego was growing by the second, I decided to get the entire housing lobby to say my name. At this point, it had reached around 230 players, and I was just telling people to say my name because I thought it'd be really funny for the video. So everyone who said this, shout out to you guys for being amazing. Thank you for joining this, and if you see your name here, comment what your name is, and thank you for coming in and tolerating my insanity.
Yeah, but I'm not done yet though.
Wait, you're not done building it?
Well, there wasn't much going on during the last week. I did have time to recoup my backup set, and I took a tour of Duplicity because we just had the outer wall pasted in. Now, the only reason we got this pasted in was because it doesn't really give any of us useful loot, and actually it helps the people coming in. Also, some of the other team members engaged in arson against the local community to drive them out before the event. We wouldn't want any locals bringing down the property value because that would mean we would look worse. Later on, we made a moat. That's right, we made a moat and blew up the stuff inside of it. Why? We had time, that's why. I also severely harmed every prison builder in the entire Minecraft community because I decided I would make a nether portal defense by making nether portals on the edge of each chunk and placing lava over it. The thing that's bad about this is that you don't need every chunk. You really need it only like, God, I don't even know, I didn't even check. Just not this common. So once Ken saw this, they were horrified. Look, like, I know it's a lot of time lapses, but like I was just finishing my encased stronghold portal. It actually looked really good, and I made sure all of the deep slate was facing the correct direction so that it could be not found whatsoever. I removed every block so it would look perfect. And by the end of the event, it was unfindable unless you had X-ray. Oh, right, this is Horizon fans. They definitely have X-ray. Now that I finally finished up with the hiding process, it was time for the destroying process. Oh, shoot. I forgot. And for the next hour or so, I started destroying every significant farm that I could find and blow it up with TNT or lava cat. I had no remorse, and I blew up several of our most prized farms and Village B, because again, we don't like Village B. It really didn't do us any good except for a few farms. But ultimately, everything was blown up and unable to be used by anyone else forever, basically, because you'd have to rebuild nearly everything to make it work. So it was basically a success in our book, because the people that were going to invade our world were not going to have a single chance at getting to it. It was finally the day of our actual final battle. Everything was ready and the server was working perfectly. The only thing that was left for us to do was to collect our final belongings and open the server to the public. Within the next 10 minutes, we would have 1,000 players log onto the server to gather materials, then eventually break into our base. While most of us will be trapped inside, there's a few outer guards that'll be attacking from the outside.
Horizon forgot to Horizon forgot.
Oh my god.
Oh, Christ.
Oh my god.
Everyone get off the platform. Everyone get off the platform. They can see you from far away.
Now, it's very important to know that there was a bug in this plugin configuration, making it so we couldn't attack players with our swords or any of our physical attributes. We had to use bows or other forms of ranged attacks, making it much easier for the 1,000 players to gear up and get into our base. Back at the base, most of the team members didn't remember how to use the base because it's been around a week since we've last seen it. In fact, only a few people logged on during that week, me being one of them because I wanted content.
How does the base work again? I don't remember.
Set your spawns. Set your spawns. All right, Ken, your box, your box.
This is my war skin. This is my battle skin avatar.
Now, if things weren't already bad enough,
So, okay, you know how the end is supposed to be trapped? Thing is, Horizon forgot to import the end, and I don't know what he's gonna do about it.
I just realized I haven't fully explained how this goes. The players have 90 minutes to prepare to break into the base, and 30 minutes to actually do the breaking in which the world border will close in and teleport everyone to main island. And by main island, I mean the surrounding area, not everyone piling on top. But the world border gets significantly smaller, meaning these first 90 minutes were relatively relaxed, but where the actual battle comes in is in the last 30 minutes. And due to the lag, dying was inevitable, and unfortunately one of my teammates did die, which made me use my second backup set, making this the third time I've had to use the backup set. So if you ask me if backup sets are worth it, I'd say 100%. Because I was short one by the end of this. I even got to go back to the exploded ruins of our base, and there was a ton of people there that actually looted quite a bit of stuff, and luckily I got to kill most of them, but it's interesting to see how different our base looked after it was destroyed and then after it was rebuilt by some lone players, and then I killed them all. Maybe consider stopping. Oh, I found your wither.
Nice.
And after around 45 minutes of scrutinizing bow fights, eventually we finally got the ability to do this. We got to use our swords. If you're not watching, we got to use our swords. And while I did pick upbeat hype music, I think I should rip the band-aid off now and say this event did lead up to something pretty boring for us. It might have been intense for you guys, but to us, we were just chilling around, killing people, and hoping they would break through eventually. But as of the end of recording 1, no one had even scratched the surface. Into the lava. After a bit of OBS issues and around 45 minutes, we had now come to the point where everyone was breaking into the base. The other almost an hour was pretty much nothing because no one could break into the base far enough for us to be of any worry. In fact, once we reached the 15 minutes left mark is when we started to see people actually entering in.
Right here.
Oh, I fixed it. I fixed the recording software. It works now.
There is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You want to kill the phantoms?
Right there.
No, it's funny. It looks
Oh,
cool.
well, I mean, if it's lagging.
Oh shoot, they're really close.
It is.
And once the first one came, more came after that. Eventually, several people were in the main room at once.
I see sand particles breaking. You can stop mining. No, they do have enchanted netherite. Sorry, diamond.
That would bring them.
Because the guard room, the video that got leaked told everyone that this guard room is fake. So no one is gonna go for this, probably. Most people won't, because they'll think it's a fake. And get ready.
Oh, here he is! We see him! He hid! Come with us. We're so friendly.
I'm
So
Oh, wait, they're in the guard room? Okay, they're in the guard room.
Yeah,
Damn.
they're like, yeah. There's so many people.
Oh my god.
Can you guys like report again?
Okay, so our bed is surprisingly, I think, okay.
That's the block.
Okay.
The mining is
How
here.
many do they have?
Oh, 1 minute.
He's here. No one. Just.
I'm hunting him.
Yeah, just.
He's died. Okay, go back up. Go back up. Alright, we have
Okay, guys, do you want me to do 10 minutes of
broken.
overtime just to see if things get exciting?
Well, just
Honestly, I think it's gonna be
Oh my god.
Overtime for the content.
I'll do $50 less for every minute.
Minus $50. Minus $50.
And at this point, we were getting cocky. Very cocky. No one had managed to even touch our base, and time was over. We had won. At this point, I can tell you in this video, we had won the event. We were just so curious, how far could we go without actually doing anything? Now, we would be killing the players, but there would be really no outside defense. No outer player killing them and culling the herd. All of us were inside, and we were just waiting for people to come and break in.
You got this.
Got you. Very cute. Oh my god.
Dude, this is just an infinite loop machine. They just fall and give us junk.
Oh, Ken, look down there, Ken. Look.
Where?
Look,
What do you mean?
Look at me. See?
Okay.
Look where I am looking. Look at all of them. This way. Right there.
Yes, I see.
Where are they?
Hi.
Just
They blocked one of them, blocked one around casing.
Let's
Yeah, someone mine in. Someone mine in. Pull in.
Someone might in. Someone might in. Where?
Right here.
Oh, I see him.
Okay.
I'm giving him poison too.
I'm killing.
He has poison too.
I don't think he could escape.
Yeah, there's
Nice.
Okay.
Oh my
Oh, wait.
gosh.
So
There's a guy there in the they're in the top of our base. They're southeast. They're on the southeast side. They're in the glass.
Yeah,
I'm using TNT to mine. I'm blast mining.
I'm just getting. Oh wait, yeah, I'm just getting the
Also
top.
be a prize.
Funny thing is, there's more people coming in from the roof than there are coming in from the
Oh,
side.
people at the bottom.
3.
Wait, there's more than 3 people on me right now.
Look,
Where?
look, can I show you my secret?
It's just like in the roof. I'm getting people in the roof right now. Oh my god, I'm actually lagging so bad.
I got kicked.
You
Yeah, so
actually
did I.
Oh, one of the servers.
Some guy here, some guy here, some guy here.
One of the
Honey,
servers.
some guy here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the real loser was the software, the server software, to be specific. It started failing. One of the servers went offline. I didn't lose. They didn't lose. The server lost, and we all ran victorious with it. And quite honestly, after this, everything just got more and more messy.
Everyone log off. Everyone log off now. Go.
Oh my god.
Bro,
Ken,
they
Ken,
named the wither
Ken.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my
Should I make
God.
a portal?
Can I look back? I'm still
You want to make a portal in here? Oh, I don't know
that'd
if
be
it'll work.
fine.
I don't know if it'd work, but sure.
We'll be trapped.
In,
There's
south.
someone. There's someone.
The community was in remiss. There was no better portal
Portal
trap
is
than
right over the
this.
crystal.
Oh god.
Like literally, there is nobody. What is the center chords for the crystal? I'm trying to break into the prison.
All right. Okay. The center. I'm pretty sure the center chords should be an announcement.
Ken,
skeleton wearing
Ken, I found redstone block here. I found a redstone block here.
-15,
Hey,
-166.
pretty good. That's
Negative
pretty
15,
good.
-166.
I just want
Okay,
to
I'm
say,
gonna-
I think they've stopped. They've actually stopped mining. No one's mining in anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put everyone in spectator.
GG, the 10 win. Thank you.
We did it, guys. We did
Give
it.
up. The event is impossible. Give up. The event.
And there you have it. The video I wanted to make. The video that I deemed worthy enough for you guys to watch. The video that I couldn't make in over a year. The video that isn't done yet. You didn't think this was over. It's never over. Look at the runtime. There's still more time left. Don't leave now. I see you clicking off. Oh, I have a little trick up my sleeve. You haven't seen the rest of it. They didn't call it Duplicity for nothing. This entire event was Duplicity. Not just the base, you fools. In fact, we tricked you a lot. Not just me. I'm not claiming to be the only one. You don't really think this was all that there was to tell you. One of the simplest ones is, when you said we got a week to prepare, I blatantly told you we had 2 weeks. Just no one did anything in that time. That's why no one knows about it. The leaked base plans, Duplicity. It's the simplest thing in the book. The Art of War is deception, Sun Tzu. Who else do I need to quote? You don't need the world's safest base. You don't even need a safe base. You just need the illusion of safety for people to overcomplicate things. The walls of the base weren't even finished. They were made of cobblestone and dirt, literal dirt. The only thing stopping you from getting to the center was a few layers of obsidian and some milk buckets. You didn't have the upper hand. You never had a chance. You never had an idea of what this base could possibly be. For all intents and purposes, we could have built the base somewhere completely different and let you guys wander aimlessly trying to find it. Most of you didn't even try to mine at the Y level that the crystal was. We could have just lied and told you a different place. The point I'm trying to make is that this entire base was just one big trick. It was Duplicity, and in its beauty was its simplicity. Wow, I actually put effort to a script and it sounds nice for once. But like I said, it's not just the base that's Duplicity, it's the entire event. That's all I have to share. Oh, and I also found out what that thing was from earlier. You know that weird looking face? It was Coldified. I don't know why he... Wait, no, Coldified. No, wait, what are you doing? No, wait, Coda, no, that's cheating!